Hello guys, welcome to our mathematics and physics class. In this video, we'll be solving problem involving time interval. So now, when we are given a question like this, starting from a formula, one car accelerates at 25 meters per second square for 30 seconds. What distance does it cover in the last 1 second of motion? The second one, 17 seconds of motion. This just about the time interval. So now for the first one, the last 1 second of motion, we have 30 seconds. So the last 1 second will be in between 30 and 29. This is the last 1 second. 30 minus 29, we have what? 1. So this in between. So now we calculate the time taken for what? 30 seconds, and the distance covered for 30 seconds. We calculate also for what? 29 seconds, and we subtract. So that means what? The distance for the last 1 second will now be equal to S30. That the distance for 30 seconds, and what? S what? 29. Now we know our S equals what? UT plus 1/2 AT square, right? So now for this question, what we will use, since the body is starting from rest, our U will be what? 0. So automatically this place is what? 0. So we now have something like S equals to half AT square. So we have half AT square, and we are given acceleration 25. So when the time, so we calculate differently. So our S will now be what? S30. That will be what? 1/2 AT square. That is when it is in 30, A30 square. AT30 square. That is the time when it is 30 seconds, and the second is what? 1/2 A time for what? 29 seconds square, like this. So this is just it. We can factorize from this place. What's common there? Our half AT is common, 1/2 A is common, right? Now bring out T30, time for 30 seconds square, minus what? T29 or square. Right. So from this place, we can say it just like this. We can solve this question from this place. So it will now be what? 25. Our A is 25. We now have 25/2 into bracket what? What is the time for 30 seconds? When it is 30 seconds, 30 square minus what? 29 seconds. 29 square. So now we continue. It will now be what? 25 multiplied by what? This over 2, right? 20/2. So we now first get this place, 30 square minus this square. So our 30 square is 1000. Let's say 1000. Let me calculate 30 square. So our 30 square is what? 900. And our 29 square is what? 841. So we subtract 841 from 900. So 841 from 900. We now have what? 59. Now have 25 multiplied by what? 59/2. So our time for the last 1 second will now be what? 25 times 59 divided by 2. So now be what? 737.5. So the unit of distance is what? Seconds. So our distance for the last 1 second of motion is what? This. But from this place, we can derive one formula. So we can derive one formula for what? Let's solve the second one, and we'll derive formula for it. You know that in this place we have what? This place we have when U is what? 0. When the initial velocity is 0. So let's derive the formula. The formula will be, you notice that this place we have 30 and this place we have what, 29. So this thing is reducing by what, 1. 30 minus 29, that's what, to 30 minus 1 we have 29. So here we can see that what, s will now be equal to what, 1 over 2 a, factorizing into bracket what, this one, let's say that tn square minus this one is decreasing by minus 1, so tn minus 1 all square. So what is our n? When our n is 30, when our time is what, 30, we have 30 and this is 30 minus 1, which is 29. So we can use this formula for what, distance between what, time interval. So that is when what, when u equals to 0. So this is when our u is equal to 0. But what if our u is not equal to 0? So we now apply this normal formula there. We calculate for what, the first one. So when our u is not 0, that means we now have this u here. We now have t what, the number tn here like this. So that's just it. We can use this formula to solve the second one. So in this type of question like this, 17 seconds of motion, we can use this formula for it. The 17 seconds of motion is what, between the 17 seconds and the 16 seconds. So we calculate for the 17 seconds, distance for 17 seconds, and we calculate distance for 16 seconds. So we can do it like the first method, but we can just use this formula here to solve the second question. So using this formula to solve this second question, 17 seconds, we now have what, our s will now be equal to 1 over, we have what, our a is what, 25 over what, 2 multiplied by what, when it is in 17, that's what, t17, that's what, 17 square minus 16 square. So these are to solve it. So now have our s will now be equal to what, 25 over 2 times what, so 17 square, we have 289 minus what, 289 minus 16 square is 256. So we now have s equals to what, 25 over 2 multiplied by what, 289 minus 256, that's what, 33. Right. So when you press this in your calculator, we finally have 412.5. So this distance is measured in what, meter. What is it? So I will be giving another formula. The formula I will be giving now will only work for what, n number of what, n seconds of motion. It will not work for last 1 second, but it will work for what, n seconds of motion. So this n second of motion, you just insert the value of the number given as our n and we solve. That's just shortcut for people writing some exam like the JAMB exam, the UTME exam. So just to solve it faster. So I'll be giving the formula now. So the formula is what, s equals a over 2 into bracket what, 2n minus 1. So this will only work for what, 17 number of n seconds of motion. So that's what, last n seconds of motion. I said last n seconds of motion, sir. Distance, so n seconds of what, motion. So where our n is the number of the seconds given. So the number of seconds given here is 17. So now let's apply it. Now our s will now be equal to, our a here is what, 25 over 2 multiplied by what, 2 times 17 minus 1. So now I have what, 25 over 2 times, so 2 times 17, that's 34. 34 minus 1, that's 33. So we are getting the same thing for the one we solved earlier. So that's what, 22 divided by 5 divided by 25 divided by 2, that's 12.5 times what, 33. So 12.5 times 33, you now have 412.5. 412.5. So, and this is what we got for the first one also. So that is just it. You can just apply this formula for people writing JAMB. So, but note that it will not work for this. I don't think it will work for this, yeah, but it's work for this. When we are given 3 seconds of motion, we just put 3 here and we solve. That's all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like my video, share with friends, and also comment about the video. So thank you.